Welcome back to another one.
Another edition of Ratchet Gentlemen, Ra-Gents for short. It's your boy Tristan on the mic.
Here with your boy Antoine.
Man, how's your week been going, man? How's things been going?
It's just been all work. I ain't even, been dipping and dabbing a little bit, but just mostly work. What? Nah, not that kind of dipping and dabbing. Wouldn't mind if that did happen, but nah, it's just mostly working and the stress that comes along with that. How about yourself?
You know, it's been good, man. Had a strange schedule at work,
Okay.
so but now things are back to normal after today. So you know, it's been a learning experience. I was doing a completely different role from what my actual role is.
Okay.
But you know, it's cool. I got a chance to learn another side of the business, so I was excited about that. Had another opportunity.
Promotion or something?
Not necessarily a promotion. It was just some interdepartment training that happened recently. So yeah, I had to step in and help out a colleague because she wasn't able to come to work. She had to quarantine. She's doing good, and her family is doing well as well. So you know, just had to step in and help out the company as much as I can.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a good experience though. It was nice. Help seeing another side of the business, that's for sure.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody that listened to our last video. Sorry it went up late. We had some technical difficulties getting that bad boy
Man,
up.
I was definitely like, man, look, it was a schedule.
It was a struggle, man. Sorry, I know it was after midnight on Wednesday when it finally went up.
Yeah.
I left it uploaded and just went to sleep. It was like, but I woke up the next morning. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that notification definitely came to my phone. I'm like, all right. I normally, I tell everybody video going up today, so at the bed, but I was like, you can't give me no info, so I ain't finna tell nobody send them off.
Yeah, it was a struggle, man. Well, eventually we're gonna have to do this.
I tried to tell you.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it, bro. But we had some people who commented on the last videos. Shout out to Carl Moore who chimed in and said the issue with other than your career looks is what value do you have to offer a man that's a six-figure
Exactly.
man? Yeah.
Exactly. That's
what
I was saying.
Yeah. So he definitely had a good point. There always has to be more than just your looks and how much money you make.
Of course.
Things like that. And then one more person chimed in. This is ATR1. I think that's how you say it. He said Kevin was rude, condescending, and arrogant. The young lady only wanted a six-figure man because she was tired of average guys always having their hands out asking her for money, which I understand as well. You don't want to, if she's in that position, she want to keep her money, right?
But
if you're constantly giving it away, I get it.
It doesn't necessarily mean you have to do that when you start dating somebody, or even you can't necessarily assume that all guys want that, you know what I'm saying? And let's not forget, you wasn't born with that six figures as well, baby girl. You started, you know what I'm saying, from the bottom and worked your way up. So, but I do understand what he's saying, but it also doesn't work that way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it, just for the straight point, one, you already knew how I felt about him.
His tone.
The way he was talking to it, I felt like was terrible. So that's one thing. But, I think he made a good point. And he actually gave us the link to the full video. I haven't watched it. Honestly, I don't care to watch it. I don't want to support that man too much. But he was trying to give us some good advice, but the way he came at it was all fucked up to me. Okay. And then one more person chimed in and said, this is from Miss First Lady, who's been a real good commenter. She's always
I know her personally. I fucks with her.
She asked what y'all be drinking on. Is what she said.
We drinks everything.
Yeah, I think that would be a little hen dog.
This would be the first episode
without liquor. I know, right?
This just doesn't feel right. Like,
this is probably. I mean, we normally don't film this early in the day either.
Exactly.
So. Yeah.
But
so yeah, moving into today's topics. I want to talk about. So on Friday, the FDA cleared the way for vaccines to start taking place.
Okay.
Vaccinations started taking place. Then the CDC followed up and allowed it to actually start happening. And they cleared everything. They deemed it safe or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been concerned about the vaccine and about its safety and its efficacy and things of that nature. But I've seen a lot of people talk, like, just put up straight conspiracy theories online about it. Yeah. And so I want to talk about that and see if we could try to educate the people some, because I think this is getting a little out of control.
Well, I mean, this would be more so I'm not, going to sit here and talk as if I know exactly what's been going on. I've been too focused on what's going on personally. So it would be a very informational topic for myself, just on discussing what's been going on with this thing and how we choosing to handle it as a people. So whenever you ready to try.
Yeah, I mean, first to get started, I just want to acknowledge where, particularly in the Black community, where our I call it anxiety about taking the vaccine comes from. Mm-hmm. Historically, African Americans we've been tested upon.
Yes.
Everything from the Tuskegee syphilis experiment to Henrietta Lacks, who they sequenced her DNA and used it over and over again to develop drugs and vaccines and tested on her DNA without her knowledge. Mm-hmm. So, and cases like that happen a lot, where the government has done fucked up shit, state-sponsored fucked up shit to African Americans that gives us a real sense, like a real logical worry about taking vaccines.
Now,
right?
Now, on that, I like that. I do. Just going over, over Facebook, I think this was the day where they did, the FDA and the CDC actually did approve the vaccine. A lot of people were putting up the post on, I think it was probably Facebook, how it was a couple pictures and memes of, the white man giving black people vaccine shots or just testing out new drugs and other things of that sort. So, I understand what you're saying when you're saying how cautious we are, and
for good reason.
Yeah, of course. I'm really not trying to be elaborate. I've been fine this entire time. I don't want to go take something. Yes, I don't want to go take something and that's supposed to help me prevent it, and then I end up catching it, or it ends up being worse, and something happens to me. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that.
And I completely understand that. So, what you just said is actually something that in this article I'm gonna touch on about catching it after things like that.
Yeah.
So I looked up some articles because I had the same concern. Like, one, my first initial thought was like, I don't want to be, I don't want to take it the very first go around, because what are the side effects and things like that? Like, what can happen? Mm-hmm. And then the more I looked into it, I started to ease my nerves a bit. And you know what? God damn it, I want to party. I want to go out. I want to be able to go out and hang out with my friends outside at the bar without worrying about it. And from everything that I've been researching and seeing, it seems like it's safe. But what gives me some great hope is that by the time the vaccine is available to young adults, open to the complete and open masses, it's probably going to be June, July anyway. And by that time, it would have been almost a year of testing that would have happened before it even got to us. Yeah. So that gives me some comfort in that. So the first thing I want to talk about is just how fast it was developed, right? Okay. So
that was.
Because normally vaccines take years to develop and make sense. But from what I've read, basically what happened is, one, it normally takes around 200 to 200 to $300 million to produce a vaccine over the longer amount of time, the 7 years or whatever. They poured in $6 billion to these companies. Almost every company had a limited amount of resources to actually get this done. Okay. So basically, what doctors are saying is like, listen, we could make a lot of vaccines this quickly if we're given the resources to do so. So I think this kind of goes into how sometimes if we actually put money into what we care about, things happen. For instance, the HIV, there's a vaccine to prevent it. It's called PrEP, and there's also drugs now that people who are HIV positive can take, and that gives them healthy, regular lives. In fact, it gets them to the point where they can basically test negative from the virus. So there is a vaccine and things like that for HIV, and it took years to develop because I feel like if everybody would have taken it as serious as we took this pandemic, we could have gotten rid of it by now. So, vaccines happen, they normally take time, but, let's actually look at the facts of things before we share them. Okay. The next thing I want to worry about is side effects and things like that. So I have seen, what really set me off is that people were sharing pictures of people with a condition called Bell's palsy, where where the one side of your face
was like
droops or like tightens and things like that.
I wasn't fucking with that.
Yeah, so it is true that in one of the vaccine trials, 4 candidates who had the vaccine had temporary Bell's palsy. Okay. So one it was reversible and things like that. What bothered me is they had some of the people who actually tested for it, but then they had a bunch of other people who wasn't even in that trial. And I know that for a fact because one of the people they had was a young child, and that child wasn't even in the vaccine trials because they didn't test it on children. 1 and 2, they are recommended that children not take it right now. So like you're just lying and putting out misinformation just so you can prove a point.
I mean, that's with anything though. Like, motherfuckers you can't come with like, okay, these 4 people caught this, that's why I feel like we shouldn't take it. They put it out there publicly to let you know this is a side effect, but they gotta beef up their story, to make it sound more legitimate and more serious than what it is.
But here's the thing, those people had an allergic reaction to the vaccine, and it turns out they had a history of allergic reactions to vaccines in general. So you know what they said? Hey, if you have allergies to any vaccines, don't take this vaccine.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that just makes sense.
So like you had to test it on those people to see if it will work against them or not.
Yeah.
However, it was reversible. 2, they seen what would happen if they gave it to them, and they said, you know what, hey, if you have these allergic reactions, don't take it, right? And that's that. Of course, you wouldn't know if you were allergic to this drug unless you took it. But they said if you ever had an allergic reaction to any type of vaccine, the flu vaccine, any vaccines as a child, don't take it from that point, right? And once again, it was reversible. It was temporary. Their faces will return to normal. So calm the fuck down, people. All right, what else? Look, man, people be stressing me out, man. It's just like, why are we always so like ready just to like be like, hell no, like we have such rash reactions.
But you have to think about it though. You're talking about it. Things. Okay, first of all, I'm not speaking from like this has always happened to me, but you gotta understand that a lot of African American, which is who's probably against this the most, things ain't really been sunny side up for them. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the situation is within our country or across the world, but and I'm gonna say we because it is things that I do doubt myself about certain things, but you have to. You can't just be willing to jump in on things just because. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some things, all you need is a mustard seed of faith. You feel me? Some things it just hits you in the gut. You're like, nah, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. But like I said, some of them people are entitled to their opinions, but it has to be based on the actual story, the actual truth, not some falsifications
And I guess that's the point. I feel like our government has done such a terrible job in communicating the actual facts to people.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to be quite honest. There was some talk around the election where they was like, yo, Trump is going to announce a cure for he's going to announce a vaccine so he can win the election. He's going to announce it too soon. And all of the company was just like, nah, we're not announcing anything until we know for a fact that it's safe and that it's ready. We're not going to be putting this political pressure. And so part of everybody's hysteria has to do with the president that we had and the way that his administration handled things. But some of it is actually, like, there are some real anti-vaxxers out there, right?
Yeah.
Who, like, I'm not getting my kids vaccinated and things like that. Well, you know what? If your dumbass would stay in the house and put on a mask, we could have all been open and free.
We could have been done with this shit.
Hell, it started in China, and China is basically free and open. Now, we have a lot more freedoms here than they do in China. China was just like, you step outside, your ass getting shot. So
I think we need to do the same.
I
really do.
We are fair and open society.
Oh hell!
Sometimes I think we're too goddamn open because some of these idiots sometimes.
Bro, like from the day of the announcement when it first hit here, I don't think we ever stopped partying.
When it first hit,
mass parties out of this, bro.
It was still open. And at the beginning, everybody was just like, "Oh, black people can't get it."
And then it went from black people to young people.
Yeah.
And me being me, I started to believe it because of the simple fact of I didn't catch it. But
Yeah, but you know what I thought? I kind of believed it.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, shit, Africa barely got any cases. And everybody was like, oh my God, it's going to affect Africa so bad. Africa has been straight.
But you have to think about it, though. I don't think it's not one thing that went through Africa and they haven't, gotten past it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me, they good over there. Yeah. I started to fly over there. Hey, I'm back.
Hey, listen. Here's what happened though.
Back to the motherland.
They had already dealt with a very deadly pandemic.
Yeah.
So their citizens knew what to expect.
Yeah.
And they took their part. They wore masks, they distanced, they washed their hands and stuff like that. And they already were like taking care of people the correct way. Our administration ignored shit and let it blow up. And I don't know, Americans are fucking selfish, bro. We are selfish people. We only care about ourselves. Fuck your neighbors, basically. And that's how I feel.
Shit.
All right. So I want to talk about what they have here about how the coronavirus vaccine will work.
Okay.
So, and this is from BBC.com. This vaccine was this article is called Oxford Vaccine, How Did They Make It So Quickly? And it was posted on November 23rd, just to give them their credit. I don't want them coming at me. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. So, yeah. So basically they asked how the coronavirus vaccine will work. Scientists have taken genes for the spike protein on the surface of the coronavirus and put them into a harmless virus to make a vaccine. This is injected into the patient. The vaccine enters cells, which then start to produce the coronavirus spike protein. This prompts the immune system to produce the antibodies and activate killer T cells to destroy infected cells. So if you encounter the coronavirus again, those antibodies in the T cells are there to fight the virus automatically and keep it from actually
I
infected.
mean, that's how basically
Oh,
anybody's
yeah.
work, the flu shot and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, they inject you with it so your body is
And-
build up what it needs to build
Yeah.
to fight it off. when you
And
do
to be
catch it.
clear, this isn't the actual virus that gets you sick.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the outside of the virus, that the spike protein. That's the one that gets into all of the cells.
Mhm.
So basically, what I just lost my train of thought. Gosh darn, that's so bad at this. So basically, all I want to say is, and we can get into more ratchet conversations after this, but all I want to say is, I think it'll be safe. I understand people's concerns and things like that, but I'm young, I'm relatively healthy. By the time it becomes available to us, I'm gonna go get it. I understand if you would want to wait a little bit longer than that, but I want to be comforted in knowing yo, I'm good.
Yeah.
Actually, and I want to talk real quick some other side effects that actually happen. If you take it, sometimes there's arm soreness at the point where they injected you at. As a side effect, once again, it's temporary. There's sometimes you may develop a fever or a quick cough, like you would with the.
It sounds like
with the
every
flu
other
vaccine.
medication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take this for your migraine. Your eye may close, let me fall.
It's not that bad.
That sound like every other medication.
Like those medication
I swear,
commercials.
yeah. if you ever take this and this for a heart attack, you may catch a slight fever of 200 degrees or something. That ain't no slight fever.
If you develop a rash, you need to call.
You know what I'm saying? The side effects scare you worse than the shit
Right.
itself. I swear.
Hey, we're gonna keep you from having a heart attack, but your dick gonna fall off. Nigga, what?
Whoa.
I'm alright. Yeah.
I might survive this. Put me with a peacemaker, bro. I need my equipment.
Right, man. So I wanna, not sure if you heard, but the whole WAP conversation came up again about Cardi B and Meg's platinum selling song. It was a hit. So wait, so it was brought up by Snoop Dogg, and here's what he quoted what he said: let's have some, privacy, some intimacy where he wants to find out as opposed to you telling him. Is what he said in reference to WAP.
The video.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna address this first. So, one, I heard about it, didn't actually know what he said. Two, come on, talking about Snoop Dogg. Really?
What are some of the songs you put out, player?
And fuck just the songs. Nigga, how you been living your younger life? No, okay, I understand as we get older. You know what I'm saying? I understand as we get older, we mature and everything of the sorts, but don't act like you've been an archangel all your life, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are young black women. Let them do their thing, man. Shit. Trina did it. Foxy Brown done did it. Lil' Kim done did it.
And I guess that's my thing. This isn't new. Why is it like
this shit is all recycled. It's a repeating cycle. You know what I'm saying? This is the music that the younger generation ourselves listen to. And you put out your content for those of your era and your age. Let them do the same. I mean, I understand.
Have you not seen the doggy style album cover, or listen to how many of his songs? Sexual Seduction. He had a whole video that used to come on BET Uncut. So here's my thing, right? I don't understand why men want to comment or care about what these young ladies are saying about their the music isn't made for us, right? These are songs made by women for women to enjoy.
Yeah.
If we just so happen to enjoy it too, then we fucking enjoy it.
I like to see the women enjoy it.
I would really like to see
it. Bust that
by all means, twerk for me. Right?
You know, I'm not gonna object to that. Only
but I guess my thing is, we men in general, not in general, but because a lot of times this doesn't.
Because I know I'm saying what I'm saying because of the simple fact of it's times where we ourselves, you and I, have done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It may have been a time where we just got tired of seeing it at the point in time. But I do understand they're appealing to their audience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is obviously it's number one. Somebody wants to hear it. Hello.
I guess my thing is, if you don't want a woman who talks like that,
Don't
and
look
find
for
a
it.
woman
Don't find
that
it.
doesn't. There's plenty of them out here. Women enjoy the song, and that doesn't mean that they're twerking to it all the time or anything
Look,
like
let
that.
me tell you something.
But it's
even those where he feels like they might not like her, I bet you secretly they doing it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Cause that it creates an environment for them to let loose.
But I also think he's saying he would rather just have it be behind doors and things like that.
Well,
but I'm not.
Stay your ass behind doors. You wasn't always behind doors, bro. Now you are.
Yeah. I mean,
Chaz,
just
here's
the thing. Like I just said, there's women out here who love the song and want to twerk to it and things like that. If you're okay with the woman like expressing herself and her sexuality that way, then find that kind of woman. If you don't, there are women out here that don't do those things and don't care for the song and things of that nature. Then go find one of them. But what I'm not gonna do is sell
let them women live their life.
Yeah, I'm not about to sell two black women who are out here doing their damn thing. And for the record, it's so many female rappers out right now that's like doing real good work and things like that.
Yeah.
Once again, not my taste of music because it's not my taste of music. The music isn't made for me. But it's just like I'm not about to sit here and comment on their music and their
I'm gonna comment on their music. Hey, keep making them club bangers shit. You bringing all the little hot ones to the party. Keep doing y'all, man.
Yeah, between them,
hey,
City Girls.
I know we done had some parties where we done played that shit and it got lit. I ain't even finna.
Always.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I guess where I understand his point, but it's a point that doesn't need to be made, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a conversation. The very same thing. What I just said was like, why do men care about this music when the music isn't made for them?
Yeah, I seen.
And someone posted and said because he has daughters and sees how worse it's getting, and I was like.
The internet is gonna always be around. They can always look up his music.
Yeah, and I was just sitting here like that. I was like, oh, so his daughters, far be it for his daughters to be able to express themselves how they feel like it.
And
it's
okay, even outside of the music or of that source, to me, I've always believed, no matter how you was raised, yes, that's played a part in your life. But you don't spend most of your life around your family. Mm-hmm. You spend most of your life outside in the outside world. That's what your real influence is. If she gonna have friends who are out there like that, not saying she gonna be out there like that, but it's a chance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean,
even those who are nun children, the preacher's kids,
those are the worst ones.
Come on, bro.
I had Patrick's grandchild right here.
I
got free and went
wild. All you can do is hope and pray that whatever you're doing sticks and they choose to follow that. You can't force them to live a certain way that's gonna make them do what they want to do.
Here's
living proof, bro.
Here's all I gotta say, right?
Living proof.
Just because a woman talks about her sexuality doesn't make her any more or less, or it doesn't make her anything. It's just her expressing her sexuality. And if men can sit here and talk about all the bitches they be fucking, quotes by some of them.
But haven't we always put a double standard on?
But here's my thing. I don't even think just listening to some of the songs. it's not like they're saying go out here and fuck everybody. They're saying, hey, if you giving up your pussy, make sure you get a bag for it. Not sure that I'm on that team, but they have that right to say whatever they want to say. And let's be real.
Shit. They've been doing that before they came out with the song, so what the fuck?
It's like, it's just hypocritical to me. That's all.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And like I just said, bro, it just all goes on the double standard that we've always been placing on one another. It's okay for guys to do this, and it's not okay for women to do that. It's okay for women to do this, and not okay for guys to do that. Man, look, everybody, I don't want to say it like that, but everybody's playing the same game. We just all making different moves. It's all the same, bro. Just live your life, worry about you and how you getting yours, and shut the fuck up.
Please, if you worried about your kids,
mind the business that's paying you.
Right.
Your radio station. Mind it. Hey, it's a little video clip. that I've been seeing on Instagram. If I'm minding my business and you minding my business, who's minding your business? Like, pay attention to your own shit, bro.
Yep.
Old saying, clean up your own backyard before you decide to come over here and try to clean up mine. Just go mind your business.
That was a gospel song, wasn't it? Sweep around your own front door.
I don't know, but I just know my grandma used to say that to a lot of people who sit up in this. Hey, you need to go mind your business.
I'm pretty sure that was a quartet song that Papa used to.
I don't know, but
Sweep around
maybe
your
you trying to
own
speak
front
something through, but just
try to sweep around mine. Or something. What's that?
let them women make their money, man.
Yeah. Listen, I ain't got no problem with them. I ain't got no beef with it. Y'all do
Hell
that.
no, I ain't got no
thing.
problem with it.
I
Like I
am
said,
enjoying
y'all keep making
the
these
view.
club bangers. Meg has been on her shit since she done hit the scene.
Mhm.
Let that woman be great. Cardi as well.
Yeah.
Let these women be great. God damn it,
Yeah.
young black women making their own bag and ain't worried about Meg. And well, for the both of them, they ain't been doing nothing but doing their own business. So just let them do them, man.
Yeah. And here's my thing. Like, there's music for you if you don't want to listen to it.
Turn the station. Turn to something else.
Right.
Matter of fact, we got apps called Spotify, YouTube,
Tidal.
music. Make a playlist, goddammit, and listen to that on repeat. How
Yeah.
about
And
that? If you got tired of listening to the same order, shuffle it. I don't give a damn. Just shut your ass up, bro.
Right. The hypocrisy of somebody with the history of Snoop Dogg trying to tell women like, hell, you should be
Come
more
on.
private.
That's probably
you
like.
should speak private about speak about your genitals. in
I
private.
guarantee you
Have
now
heard
how
Snoop
many
Dogg?
people laughed at this man's when he said that shit. Snoop Dogg, really? You're gonna say this, bro? You of all people. I think you probably missed a roll-up session. You're probably like 5 minutes behind.
No, you know he ain't missed shit. He stayed out.
Maybe he had a bad one then, because that was just very fucking dumb for him to say. To me. I mean, it's not, like I said, I understand what you're saying, but it's very fucking dumb for you to say it publicly. How about that? Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
Then you
Well,
can say it.
that's our show, man. Thank you as always for tuning in.
Yes, thank you all.
Don't forget to like, subscribe,
Comment, share.
Please share it with your friends. Let them know. Hashtag Ra-Gents.
Yes,
Yeah. Other than that, we out.
thank you.